Barcelona news is moving fast, and today's update is packed with major twists involving La Masia, failed transfers and key Copa del Rey developments. From Barcelona's collapsed move for Egyptian wonderkid Hamza Abdul Karim, to the real reason Pedro Diarro Fernandez wants to leave the club, and even new interest in defensive prodigy Chavi Espart, the Blaugrana are facing a crucial moment in squad planning. We'll also break down Barcelona's possible Copa del Rey quarterfinal opponents after their win over Racing Santander and what Hansi Flick's side could face next. If you want the latest Barcelona transfer news, La Masia updates and in-depth analysis, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get straight into it. Barcelona's quest to sign 18-year-old Egyptian wizard breaks down. Here's why. Earlier in the month, it was reported that Barcelona were on their way to sign Hamza Abdul Karim, who is regarded as one of the most gifted young footballers in North Africa. Currently plying his trade for Al Ahly, Abdul Karim was expected to join the Barca athletic setup that has been rocked by the news of Diarro's departure as well as injuries for several offensive players. In Egypt, his arrival in Barcelona was considered a done deal, with reports suggesting the player was already sorting out bureaucratic details to travel. However, the operation has hit a significant snag and has cooled down considerably. The contract stumbling block. According to Diario Sport, the deal, which was structured as a loan potentially worth up to €10 million if performance variables were met, collapsed over a contract dispute. It appears Al Ahly refused to sanction the loan unless Abdul Karim signed a 3-year contract extension. The Egyptian giants were protecting their asset. Abdelkarim's current deal expires in 2027, and without an extension he would return from a potential loan with just 1 year remaining, significantly reducing his transfer value. The player's father reportedly rejected this condition, fearing it would strip them of any leverage over his future career path. The clearest sign that the move is off is the player's return to domestic action. After being kept on ice during negotiations, Abdul Karim has reintegrated into the Al Ahly squad, recently playing the full 90 minutes in a League Cup match against El Guish. With the Egyptian wizard seemingly out of reach, Barcelona have already pivoted. The club are now reportedly finalizing a move for Joaquin Delgado to fill the void in the reserve team's attack. Report reveals why Diarro Fernandez wants to leave Barcelona this winter. After watching youngsters like Lamine Yamal, Gavi, Pau Cubarsí, and Alejandro Balde make the leap to the Barcelona first team at remarkably young ages in recent seasons, many Blaugrana fans expected at least one more La Masia gem to follow the same path this season. Diarro Fernandez seemed the obvious candidate. Instead, the last few days have brought genuine surprise, as the highly rated midfielder has asked to leave the club, a decision that has left supporters searching for answers. According to a report from Sport, Diarro's choice is neither impulsive nor driven by external pressure. The core reason behind his decision is his growing belief that he will not be able to fully succeed at Barcelona. Over recent months, the Galician midfielder has experienced a rapid and emotionally demanding rise. In a short space of time he moved from Juvenile B to making his first team debut, even scoring in pre-season and earning praise for his maturity and talent. However, the transition that followed proved far more complex. Despite being integrated into Hansi Flick's first team dynamics, Diarro Fernandez has spent long periods moving back and forth between the senior squad and Barca Athletic. That lack of continuity has weighed heavily on him. While he remained grateful for the trust shown by the club and coaching staff, he gradually came to the realization that his opportunities to truly showcase his football in Blaugrana colors would be extremely limited. Competition in midfield has played a decisive role. Even during periods when key midfielders were unavailable through injury, Diarro did not see himself becoming a real alternative. For a player who firmly believes he is ready to compete at the highest level, this was a source of frustration and doubt. Barcelona's later attempt to renew his contract was perceived as arriving too late to change that internal conviction. Another important angle lies in Diarro's personality. Known within the club as a shy but highly intelligent and self-aware young footballer, he is also extremely demanding of himself. He is his own harshest critic, often placing intense pressure on his performances. Barcelona staff have worked with him for years to help him manage that self-imposed responsibility, but it remains a defining part of his character. His desire to grow quickly and succeed without delay has pushed him toward seeking a new environment where he feels his development will be more linear and consistent. Crucially, Diarro decided first that he would not stay at Barcelona, before even considering which club might be his next destination. The move is therefore not about chasing a specific offer, but about a clear sporting conviction. Despite numerous proposals in the past, he had always chosen to remain loyal to the club of his heart, making this decision all the more painful and significant. From a sporting perspective, Barcelona see his potential departure as a setback. The club viewed Diarro as a creative midfielder capable of filling a role similar to Pedri's in the future, an intelligent reader of the game with refined technical quality. His exit also highlights a broader reality of modern football, where the rapid breakthroughs of players like Yamal or Cubarsí can create expectations that are difficult for every young talent to replicate. Diarro Fernandez wants to leave in the best possible way, without controversy or bitterness. He remains deeply thankful to Barcelona for believing in him since his early days at Val Minor and for giving him the chance to taste first-team football. His decision is purely sporting, carefully considered, and rooted in the belief that stepping away is the best path for his career right now. Only time will tell whether this bold and unexpected choice proves to be the right one. Possible quarter-final opponents for Barcelona after Copa del Rey win over Racing Santander. Barcelona were able to extend their winning run to 11 matches in all competitions, thanks to a victory over Racing Santander in the Copa del Rey. The Catalans have now reached the quarter-final stage of the competition, with the draw set for Monday. Although Real Madrid's surprise exit will serve as a relief for the Blaugrana, the club could still face a host of tough opponents who are still alive in the competition. Potential list of opponents for Barcelona in Copa del Rey quarterfinals. Unlike the previous rounds, where the 4 Super Cup participants were protected and paired against lower-tier opposition, the quarterfinals bring a change in format. This time it will be a practically pure draw. The only condition remaining is that Albacete, the lowest-ranked team left, is guaranteed to play at home. For all other matchups, the order of the draw will determine the host. Hansi Flick's side, therefore, has an equal probability of facing any of the 7 other surviving teams. The pot includes heavyweights like Atletico Madrid, who eliminated Deportivo de La Coruña, and Athletic Club, who survived a scare to beat Cultural Leonesa in extra time. There is also a strong Basque presence with Real Sociedad and Alaves, who advanced past Osasuna and Rayo Vallecano respectively. Rounding out the La Liga contingent are Real Betis and Valencia, both capable of posing a serious threat. However, the most intriguing option is arguably Albacete. The Segunda Division side has become the story of the tournament after shocking Real Madrid in the previous round, and as the only lower-tier side remaining, they are the sole team guaranteed home advantage in this single elimination tie. Spanish team wants to sign Barcelona defensive prodigy after Copa del Rey defeat. Barcelona recently advanced to the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey thanks to a 2-0 win over Racing Santander that extended the club's winning run to 11 consecutive matches in all competitions. It was a relatively straightforward evening for a Barca team, which has done business with Racing Santander in the past, most recently signing Pablo Torre. Now, it appears Racing are set to raid Barcelona this January for the services of one of their star talents at La Masia. Racing Santander I move for Chavi Espart. According to Diario AS, Racing Santander are interested in the services of Chavi Espart, a young right-back with a lot of promise. Espart was expected to make his debut for Barcelona during the first half of the season. But coach Hansi Flick continued to prefer either Jules Koundé or Eric Garcia in the position. Now, with Barcelona signing Joao Cancelo, it is unlikely Espart will get opportunities anytime soon, thus paving the way for a potential move away from the club. The Catalans are already reeling from youth prodigy Dro Fernandez, Diarro's decision to leave the club amid a lack of game time, with PSG emerging as the front-runner to secure his services. However, it appears Racing Santander only wants a loan deal for Espart, which could make sense as Barcelona would ideally want the young right-back to get some game time before making himself ready for first-team action. Racing's interest in Chavi Espart comes on the back of expectations that Clement Michelin will leave the club, which could leave a hole in the right-back department. Espart, therefore, could prove to be an excellent short-term solution. So there you have it. Barcelona's January window is shaping up to be far more complicated than expected. The failed pursuit of Hamza Abdul Karim highlights the difficulties Barca face in negotiating youth deals, while Diarro Fernandez's decision to leave underlines the intense competition and pressure within the first-team pathway. Add to that interest in Chavi Espart, ongoing La Masia uncertainty, and a potentially brutal Copa del Rey quarter-final draw, and it's clear that Hansi Flick and the sporting department have some big decisions ahead. Do you think Diarro is making the right choice by leaving Barcelona? And who would you prefer Barca face in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for daily Barcelona news, transfers, and La Masia updates, and we'll see you in the next one. Visca el Barça.